Hey guys, and welcome back to Clannad. So, let's just jump right back in. He smiles as if he finds it amusing. He slowly leans against the wall, looking up a little bit.
彼女はね、東大最高の理論物理学者2人の血を引いた娘だよ。
That girl. She has the blood of the two best theoretical physicists.
父親からは不屈で高邁な精神を、母親からは堅実な洞察と記憶力をそれぞれ受け継いでいる。
She inherited from her father his fortitude and noble heart, and from her mother her solid insight and her
夫
memory.
妻は常々空気のきれいなこの町で子育てをしたいと言っていた。
They were always talking about wanting to raise their child in this beautiful and peaceful world or peaceful town.
何よりここは博士の生まれ故郷だった。少々の不便があっても博士はこの町から研究所に通うことにこだわっていた。
What's more is, this is the professor's birthplace. Even though it's inconvenience for him, he comes back and forth to the research institute and to this town.
結果的にそれら全てがあだになったのかもしれない。
The result might have ended up making everyone their rival. He cuts his speech there, and then narrows his eyes as he gazes up at the distant evening sky.
ちょうどあの日、些細な偶然が全て悪い方に重なった。
Right on that day, something so trivial became something so disastrous.
一ノ瀬家の家政婦が急病になって、代理の引き継ぎがうまくいかなかった。
The housekeeper suddenly became ill, and the agency trying to take over didn't work out.
電話が通じなかったせいで、あの子の所在さえ正確に把握できていなかった。
Because of some misunderstanding on the phone, we weren't able to tell where she was.
私たちは皆うろたえ、そして混乱していた。
We then panicked, and everything became chaotic.
今はもっと大切なことがあると、誰もが信じようとした。
Everyone believes there's something more important now.
自分以外の誰かがあの子のそばにいるのだと思い込んでいた。
We are under the impression that someone should be beside
だ
her.
が、そんなことは言い訳にもならない。
But something like that is no excuse. The man wasn't talking to me anymore. I'm sure he's probably talking to himself right now. He's repenting, continuing to wait peacefully to make up for his sin that day. That's what was in his voice, or that's what his voice was
過
telling me.
ちの代償は重大だった。
Correcting her mistake was important.
誰かがそばにいるべき時に。
In times where someone should be with her.
そうしなければならない時に。
In times where she can't do anything.
あの子は一人きりになってしまったんだ。
That girl ends up being alone. He paused after that. I couldn't say, nor think of anything in reply. Kotomi doesn't talk much about her home or about her childhood. It feels like it's something that I shouldn't interfere with at this time. The gentleman moved away from the wall and faced me.
君は彼女のことをどう思うかね。
What do you think of her? My answer was already decided. Kotomi might be strange, but she's a normal girl. If I can, I want to always be by her side. The gentleman just gave me a satisfied nod.
最後に一つだけ教えてほしい。
There's only one thing I want you to tell me.
彼女は今もハサミを持ち歩いているかね。
Is she still carrying scissors? Scissors? Kotomi, who was cutting out some pages of books with an expression as if praying silently about something, comes to mind. It seems she's still carrying it. I don't know why he's asking that, but I gave him an answer, even though I don't know her reason for carrying it.
そうか。
I see. The gentleman nods.
機会があったら彼女に伝えてほしい。
If you have the chance, please tell her this.
許してもらえるとは思っていない。ただ、
We're not asking for her forgiveness. It's just that
私たちはあの時のことを今でも後悔していると。
we still regret about what happened that day, even now. He slowly said that, biting his own lip.
聞いてくれてありがとう。それでは。
Thanks for listening. If you'll excuse me. The gentleman started walking before I could ask something back. He then walks at a quick pace and turns to a corner on the way to the bus. All right, May 4th. I didn't know where I was when I woke up. I just feel that I was dreaming. I don't really know if that was just a dream. All I remember are vague images of something burning, and I was putting out the fire. But no matter what I do, the flames just wouldn't disappear. It was that kind of dream. I shake off the scrapes of my dream, uh, or whoops, the scraps of my dream, sorry, that are all jumbled up in my head. My eyes freeze. I'm in the usual room and looking at the usual ceiling. I think for a while as my blood doesn't rise up to my head. I'm Okazaki Tomoya. Today is May 4th, and I have an appointment with Kotomi at 10 o'clock. I pull my bedside watch and look at its dial. My blood pumps up. 10:15 a.m. I overslept. I was sweating all over when I saw our meeting place. I'm 40 minutes late, and Kotomi was waiting. That hung face of hers, bathed in the sunlight, looked at me with a dazzling radiance.
ともやくん、こんにちは。
Yeah, I catch my breath as I halt. Sorry I'm late. Not at all.
私も1時間10分ぐらい前に来たところなの。
I also came here an hour and 10 minutes in advance. Are you being a bouquet? Or is that sarcasm? The way you said it is confusing. That would be the right answer coming from her. Even so, if she came here an hour and 10 minutes before, then she's been waiting here since around 9:30. I'm really, really sorry.
来てくれただけで嬉しいの。
Not at all. I'm happy just by you coming here. Seeing her say that with a smile somehow made me feel more calm than normal. Anyway, this is my first time seeing you in normal clothing. She's wearing a black one-piece that shows a bit of her chest. I'm a little surprised, because I was imagining her wearing a little childish... What? Oh, never mind. I'm still tired, guys. I was imagining her wearing a little childish, or rather, a much simpler dress. Well, I just think that you somehow look different from usual.
変?
Is it strange? No, I think it looks quite good on you. Or, let's say, you look more grown up than usual. Well...
ともやくん、子供っぽい方が好き。
Tomoya-kun, do you like childish better? Let's see. Childish, grown up. I think it is good if what's inside is Kotomi. She thinks for a while. And then becomes shy, not saying a word. I'll carry your things. I take the lunchbox that's inside the cloth bag. When I held it, it was surprisingly light, despite it looking big enough for 2 people. Sandwiches?
サンドイッチなの。
Yep, they're sandwiches.
初めて作ったから美味しくできたかどうか心配なの。
It's my first time making them, so I'm worried if I made them delicious. Well, if they're sandwiches, I'm sure you didn't make any mistakes.
それとね、
And also...
ここ日向だからお弁当が傷まないか心配だったの。
It's sunny here, so I was worried that a normal boxed lunch would go bad. Hey, could it be that you didn't move from here all this time? Even though there's shade just a little distance off from here?
あさっての日曜日、午前10時、ここで待ち合わせ。
This Sunday, 10 o'clock in the morning.
時間は30分前に来ちゃったけど、場所はぴったりなの。
I came here 30 minutes in advance, but this was the right place. She answers as if it's a matter of fact. I see. I did point here, if I remember. Whenever I'm with Kotomi, there are many times this feeling surfaces. A really happy feeling of being in a nursery, but also with several drops of faint guilt. But that was not Kotomi's fault. She was just waiting for me. We'll have a lot of fun in exchange for making you wait.
うん。とってもとっても楽しみなの。
Yup, I'm really, really excited. Kotomi smiles innocently, as if relieved. I realized then that we didn't set a destination. Is there a place you want to go?
ね、
Well,
とっても素敵な場所があるの。
there's this really wonderful place.
智也くんも大好きだと思うの。
I'm sure Tomoya-kun also loves that place. Her eyes shines as she says it, as if she had decided it from the beginning. If it's a place you want to go to, anywhere is fine. Is it far? We could ride a bus from there, since the train won't go any further than this
う
town.
ん。ここからなら歩いて行けるの。
Not really. And we can walk there from here. I didn't know there's a place like that around here.
違うの。
Nope, it's not like that.
智也くんも知ってる場所なの。
Tomoya-kun also knows that place. I know it too? I try to think one more time. There shouldn't be any big park or amusement park around here. And also, why did she say it's a place I also know of? I'm sorry, I don't know where it is. A vague and uneasy feeling returns to my chest, as if continuing a dream.
ね、
Well, she closes her lips to my curious ears.
学校の図書室なの。
It's the school's library.
ってなんでやねん。
Oh no, Kyou. Oh man. What the hell is that?
あんたわかってる？初めての二人っきりのデートなのよ。
Do you understand that this is your first date?
せっかく張り切っておめかししてお弁当も作ってきたのよ。
You're finally all dressed up and you also made some boxed lunch.
それが何が悲しくてわざわざ学校なんか行かなくちゃいけないわけ？
And for some reason, that made you sad that you purposely have to go to school.
そんなのは神様が許してもこの私が許さないわ。
Well, God may let this pass, but I surely won't.
あ、
Can you explain why you are here?
あ、ほら。
Well, you see.
私ってばただの通りすがりだから全然気にしないで。
Oh my God, Kyo. I just happened to pass by, so don't mind me at all. What do you mean by don't mind me? You were definitely planning on tailing us today, weren't you?
この子があんまり美味しくボケるから隠れてたはずなのに体が突っ込んでしまったわ。
This girl looks like quite a delicious bouquet. And though she's trying to hide that fact, her body is showing it. She was probably sticking with her all this morning, and she's being irritated by her own unusual tension. Jeez. All I can say is she has too much time to waste with the middle of her holiday morning. No, wait. Something is fishy here. How come she knows our appointment time and place? Kotomi, could it be? She looks much more confused than I am. I thought she would be quite delighted without saying much, but it seems that's not the case. If that is so, the possibility is that... Kyo, you were following us and eavesdropping when we went home last Friday?
そんなはしたないことするはずないでしょ、私に限って。
Of course I wouldn't be able to do that. You know, I have limitations. I think I would rather exclude you from those people who wouldn't be able to do that.
相変わらず甘いわね。
You're wise as always, huh?
りょう、部長、出番よ。
Ryo, Miss President, come out! Oh
だ
no!
からやめようって言ったのに。
We should stop doing this like I said.
こんにちは、岡崎さん。いい天気でよかったですね。
Well, hello, Kazaki-san. It's good to have nice weather today, isn't it? The usual members appear from the corner of the street. I hold my head. Why did it turn out like this? Someone please explain.
あんたの日頃の行いが悪いからね、きっと。
It's because your normal behavior is bad, I'm sure.
あ、なぎさちゃん、こんにちは。ことみちゃん、こんにちは。りょうちゃんも、こんにちは。ことみちゃん、こんにちは。邪魔しちゃってごめんなさいです。
Well, I'm sorry if we're being a bother. They parried with the usual greeting.
それ、お弁当？
Is that a boxed lunch?
はい。りょうちゃんときょうちゃんと私と3人で早起きして作ったんです。
Yes, for Ryo-chan, Kyo-chan, and I. We got up early to make these.
明日は子供の日だから中華ちまきにしようって。
Well, since tomorrow is Children's Day, we thought maybe we could make some Chinese rice dumplings.
私、まだ作ったことないの。
I haven't tried cooking one before.
中華ちまきって作るの難しい？
Is it hard to make Chinese rice dumplings?
材料を前の日から仕込まないといけないけど、お姉ちゃんがやっておいてくれたから。
You have to go and prepare the ingredients before the day, but One-chan went to do that, so... What you meant was, you woke up early to prepare everything so you could intrude on our date, right?
今度、私も挑戦してみるの。
I want to try to make some next time. She's been watered down by one of her main bokeh partners. If this continues, our long-awaited date would change completely to the usual new comedy tale. I guess this is also fine. Well, I guess this is also fine. I murmured to my little bit of self-torturing. My plan already failed the morning they sniffed it out anyway. And I'm relieved just knowing that Kotomi, having met everyone, made her feel happy.
やっと身の程を知ったわね。
You finally understand your own limit, huh?
所詮二人きりでデートなんて、あんたたちには早すぎたのよ。
After all, it's too late for the both of you to be having a date together. Kyou gets prouder and prouder as she triumphs over me.
あ、そうだ。私がデートのノウハウを教えてあげるわね。
Huh, that's right. I'll teach you the know-how of dating.
ことみ、いいわよね。ダメって言ったら、あちこち揉んじゃうぞ。
That's fine with you, right, Kotomi? If you say no, I'll give you a massage here and there. Oh, babies! Oh. My dating partner is really giving an exaggerated head shaking. Hey, wait a minute. Don't just screw around with someone's date.
ああ、あんたはもう帰っていいから。私が代わり見繕っとくし。
Oh, it's all right if you go home now. I'll try and patch everything in exchange. You are seriously messing with me. More like she's seriously pissing me off.
結構混んでるわね。
It's quite crowded, huh? The usual shopping district is full of people as we
不
arrive.
満そうね。
This is really disappointing, huh? This area was crowded when I strolled here alone yesterday, too.
そんなの私の知ったこっちゃないし。
I don't know anything about that, though.
ね、ことみ。
Right, Kotomi?
うーん。
Uh-oh. The unusual crowd and Kyo's high tension has already made Kotomi exhausted. Fujibayashi and Furukawa had already turned on their "we'll leave everything to you two" mode. Hey, if you seriously want to keep your honor, we could also go to a more appropriate place.
遊園地とか映画館でもいいけど、あんたのおごりで5人分出せるの？
An amusement park or the movie would be a good idea, but can you treat 5 people? And why must I treat all of you too?
人がせっかく気を使ってあげてるんだから、ごちゃごちゃ言わないの。
You can finally use some people's help, so stop complaining. Realize that your point of view of being of use to people is ridiculous. And I am all out of time for this episode, guys. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. So, bye-bye!